Hello YouTube, Most Wanted here. This is episode 12 of my Feed to Beast companion series. As promised, we are assembling the sorting system.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so same ideas before, but I'd like the ending output to be in this corner, because yeah, that works. So I'm going to start here, and then we're going to work. The workflow is going to be going in that direction, with the last bit going to be the engines, and then the pulverizer and all that stuff over here. So first thing I need to do is throw down a relay. So this is what that's backwards. I think I need an IC2 wrench or something for that to work. I could do it a different way. Let's do it this way. Okay, and there. Alright, so the tesseract will dump into here. As soon as anything enters this relay, I could show you, for instance, instantly gets pushed out. Now, it can't get pushed out of the pipe because there's no exit, but there we go. See, it got pushed out. So that's what we're looking for. Anything that enters immediately gets pushed out. And it'll get pushed out into pneumatic tube network, which is exactly what we want it to do. So the next piece is going to be a sorting machine, which is going to give us our colors, which I haven't created the paintbrushes yet, but I will here in a bit. I just want to kind of get the idea down on the wall so I can continue on. So let's see. We want the sorting machine to be here, so I'm going to do the same trick. Just push it up against the pipe. As stuff comes through, I'll set up this sorting machine to give it certain colors, which will prevent it from going down certain pipes. The battery, I could put it on the top or the bottom. Put it on the top just so it'll be wait, this has got to go upstairs, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. What I do need to do is have my electricity wire going up the wall. Okay, so that will go up the wall and then probably outside, along the outside wall. I don't really care to see it. Actually, I like seeing some of that stuff. When you come into a room, you can see what's what and how it's hooked up. So so that'll be that. And I'm going to have two sets of barrels, one smaller set over here for the ingots and stuff, and then the rest of it is going to be here. So I'm just going to go straight up. And of course I'm going to lay down a bunch of pipes I didn't mean to, or tubes. Okay. And then the stuff that needs to go into to be pulverized and stuff will have to come off here. And I'll color code this tube to prevent stuff from coming in. And then it'll go up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack these machines. First at the bottom will be the furnace. And for the furnace I want 2 hoppers. That gives me 6 different types of dust that could be queued up waiting for the furnace. So I think that's enough types of dust. And then on top of that will be the pulverizer. And above the pulverizer, 2 more. So that could be 6 different types of ore. But I'm even going to go a bit further and say, alright, when material comes through, first try to go into the pulverizer, then into the hopper, then into the hopper at the top. So I'm going to break a couple of these. Okay, so you see the workflow. I am tesseracting a buffer. Buffer is going to push it out. Sorting machine is going to give it a color. If it's going to be this color that needs to go into here, it's going to first attempt to go into the pulverizer. I have to modify the pulverizer real quick. Say blue is an input. That's going to be input. The output is going to be orange at the bottom. So all dust will come straight down into the hoppers above. and then I like just clearing out sides I don't want to actually use. And then I'm going to have an output here, which also needs to be another buffer. So let me put a pipe there. Not buffer, relay, sorry. I get it mixed up sometimes. Alright, so that's the relay, and it's going to instantly get pushed through, but the problem is relays can't assign colors, and then need to assign it a color. So in order to assign it a color, I'm going to use a filter. This filter doesn't have to have a timer. All it's going to do is restrict stuff from moving through, and when it does move through, it's going to give it a color. So that's going to be my setup for dealing with ingots. So everything comes through. If it's an ore, it's going to come up through, and it's going to attempt to fill the pulverizer and the pulverizer's hoppers, and it's going to get pushed down. And then as soon as that's done with it, it's going to push it out back into the network, give it a color, and it's going to go straight up and get sorted to where it needs to go. Now I need to power both of these machines. And that's the only part that I think that's going to end up, other than the Bluetricity bit, that we're not going to need a timer here. We're not going to need a timer here. So all these are going to be completely without timers, no timers required. But I'm going to need to power all of this. And the pulverizer takes 4 MJ, and then the furnace takes 2. So I need roughly 6 MJ available to me. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is make sure that I put down enough steam engines. 2 is only going to provide me 4 MJ. But I think that might be all right for now. Reason being, you know, I'm not constantly going to be running these machines. As far as, you know, their power use, it's not going to truly be constant. Because as the quarry isn't constantly going to be giving me a stream of ores. It's going to be really random. Although when I create another machine, like a mining well machine, the ores will come in faster, and I will have to soup up the power. But I think I'll be fine right now with just enough power to run the machines at a reasonable speed. So I'm going to do that first. So let me run these gold and wooden pipes first. Okay, I want to separate these a bit because I want to put a hopper on the motors too. So, like so, there'd be a hopper here and there'd be a hopper here. Steam engine here and steam engine there. And then they're going to come across. I want to give them an opportunity to share their outputs. So I kind of think I'm going to do it that way. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I might do it this way instead. Alright, so that'll be that. Now I need to give these water. And then a redstone signal. So I want to have a future setup where I detect the machines and how much is in them. And if they're empty, then I don't want to run the engines. And if they have stuff in them, then I want to run the engines. So that's going to be a system I'm going to add on top of that. So I want to be able to adjust it. So I want, yeah. I think I'm going to pick these up again. I don't like where they're at. I want to run the gates along the back of the machines, so I need to power them from the sides, not the back. So let me pick these up. I'm not doing a huge amount of moving. I'm just going to move them forward 1 block. Also end up using fewer pipes. Shoot. Which will mean less power loss. Okay. So I'm just going to hook up straight up on the side. Okay, and then we'll have a wooden pipe here, and then let's just go for a wooden pipe there. And engine, where are my hoppers? Hopper. Now, when I build those gates, I can put the detectors on the back. I can run the red jacketed wire up to the engines, and that jacketed wire will alert the engines to turn off when they're not needed. And let's see. Now I'm going for the water setup. Right, let's see. I think that will work pretty well. This is a slightly different setup than I had originally in the Creative World. Creative World, I just slapped a bunch of machines together. I didn't worry too much about how they looked or whether they were as compact and in such a useful spot. So really don't have anything to look back on other than what goes where. So I'm just going to run like so. No, I didn't want to break it, but that works too. Okay, so now they're getting water. I'll fill the hoppers with coal. I think 4 stacks between the engine and the hoppers will mean I'll get a decent amount of runtime, especially if these motors are turning off when neither of the machines need the power. But I will need, at least early on, before then, I'm going to need some levers. So just put a block there, and I could put a lever there. So yeah, I've got a pair of levers. Cool. All right, that'll work there, and hopefully that'll work there. Let me just check. Do I have any charcoal? Got plenty down here. I just need to get to the barrel that's producing it. 45. Nice. This is working really well. I'm also going to, in a future episode, I'm going to produce those saplings into oil too. So seed oil, or I forget what it's called. So I just want to make sure that button's in a good spot. Yep, it's in a good spot. No, it's not. Yep, good spot. All right. And then put some in here. You're in a good spot. Awesome. Okay, so that's pretty well set up. I'll have to configure the sorting machine. This filter just needs to be given a color. I really don't have to put anything in here. Everything that passes through it will be given a specific color. I want to create a restriction tube because I don't want stuff going into that filter. The restriction tube's really easy. I think it's just cobblestone, or it might be stone. Let's see if it's stone. Nope, needs to be like proper smooth stone. No wait, no, it's iron, I think. Yeah, let's see if I have any iron. Yeah, okay. I still got another filter to put down. Let's see, where does that filter go? That filter goes up here somewhere. I haven't quite figured that one out. Well, I haven't quite piped it in. I haven't done. So there'll be a pink color here to prevent stuff that's not supposed to go in here to go in here. And then I want a restrictor tube in here. Okay, so now stuff won't make the corner into the filter, although stuff will be able to pass out. Alright, okay. So now I remember what this filter's for. This filter is just to add colors to stuff. It's not going to force me to have a whole nother sorting machine. If I just used filters instead of the sorting machine, there's what, 35, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40 different items I can sort through and assign colors using the sorting machine. And the filters are 9 each, so I need like 5 filters. Although it is kind of a pain in the butt for the bluetricity, but I think it'll be alright. It doesn't. It only sips bluetricity power, and the 4 cells should be enough. So I need. This is just going to be further filtering. Is what we're doing. Just more filtering. So I need to break in here somewhere. How am I going to do this? Okay, so I put it here. There. Then I can be more direct with this. Okay, now I'm going to need covers. So that's fine. I've got saw. One should probably even be enough. Okay. And nice. Okay, covers are really good for separating tubes. I don't want anything to go into those, so that works. Okay, then I'll put my color tube here somewhere. And then I need to have, I'm running out of space really. I want it to look nice, but I don't want it to cause issues. Oop. Okay, so this will be given a color assignment just to, yeah, that'll work. And we'll go up this way. This will make a little bit more sense once I've shown you where I'm going to be sending stuff. No, doesn't need to be like this. I can send it this way. There we go. Okay, so I'll send a color coding this way, and I'm going to need a restricted tube. Okay. There, take you out. Okay. Wow, we're so far into this episode. Okay. I think I can color restrictor tubes, but I don't need to color them. Okay, so I don't want stuff to head up in here unless they've already made an attempt to enter the filter, and they won't enter the filter unless they have the proper color. And they will have the proper color because anything that's not been given a color here will be given a default one, forcing it in here. And that'll just be a couple of minor items, mainly just dirt and stuff. I don't know. I'll have to look at my creative world. So that's the filtering system slash processing. Stuff will come from the Tesseract, be pushed into the network, and then 40 of the items will be pre-sorted, mainly the ingots, or the raw ore that need to be turned into ingots, and then 30 odd of other minor items, and then the stuff that isn't sorted will get pushed through the filter, and then it'll be 9 other items will be potentially be given colors, and they'll all go up to the roof, or not the roof, up to the barrel system, where they'll go into either one or two routers. So that's kind of how it's set up right now. And then the query is going to be really simple. Query is just going to be this tesseract, a relay, and then whatever power system I need, and then a pipe connecting the relay to the tesseract through the tube. This is pretty much going to be it. Really small, but it should handle anything that comes through the quarry. Will get handled by the system. Even, you know, the odd stuff, like if it comes across the chest, then that stuff will get filtered as well. So there'll be a third potential output that isn't either of the routers, and it'll just be a string of chests that, you know, we'll be able to, the tube network will dump stuff into. And I'll probably have it like one of these chests or another row of chests somewhere else, not too far away. So I need to create the paints, and I need to assign stuff to the filters, and I'll go ahead and do that in between the episodes. And when I come back, we'll go ahead and set up the query. We'll get the query running and outputting into the network. I'll have already modified the barrels out so that, and the routers and stuff, and you'll be able to see how I'm going to be filtering it and running material through. Alright, so this is Most Wanted, my Feed to Beast companion series. Thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, or if you guys liked the video or it was at all entertaining, please like the video. And if you guys have any questions or ideas or feedback, please leave it in the video as well. Thanks a lot.